So I've got a secret for you guys, because even though Inteleon isn't out yet, here's a list of the best items you can use for it when you get the Pokemon. That way you'll be ahead of the game. So a quick disclaimer, I'm going to highly recommend using Acrobatics and Liquidation, since Snipe Shot seems to be a poor choice mechanics wise, and right now it looks like Inteleon's auto attacks will be how it will deal the most damage. So I can see Muscle Band being a great item because you'll essentially want to spam auto attacks as much as you can to do some really good damage. And this item helps you do that by increasing both basic attack speed and basic attack damage. This will also be good for trying to take down objectives such as Registeel, Regice, and Rayquaza. And even though this Pokemon will be pretty squishy, I think as long as you have Muscle Band, it will be able to take down objectives fairly quickly if it's left uncontended. So Muscle Band, guys, is going to be a good choice. And also, if you're going to be going that item, then I'm going to really suggest that you pair that with Scope Lens, simply because this item increases the crit damage and crit rate Inteleon will do with its basic attacks. So from gameplay I have seen on the test server, when this item is equipped, it can already deal like 1500 to 1600 damage with just one auto attack in that early to mid game phase, which, guys, is just absolutely insane. So choosing Scope Lens on top of Muscle Band, I think is going to be a really good solid option for you guys. And another item that I think could work well is going to be Focus Band, and this is going to be more catered to actually just giving it more survivability and defense. And the reason for that is because this Pokemon, guys, it will not have very high HP stats and high defense stats. So like I said, if you want a little more survivability, I think running 2 attack items and also this defense item could be a pretty good option. I also think if you don't want to run Focus Band, then you could probably go attack weight, and this will be a really good option as well, since this item increases your attack with each goal scored, and that's going to be stacked up to 6 times. And guys, if you can really get 6 stacks with this Pokemon in the game from scoring, I think you have a pretty good shot of getting like in the 90k and the 100k damage wise. And just remember, guys, like I said in the beginning, a lot of your damage will be coming from your auto attacks. So choosing these items that boost up your auto and basic attacks are going to be really helpful for you guys if you want to deal a lot of damage, which you all should, because you guys are going to be attacker Pokemon when you're choosing this one. Another item that I'm going to recommend is going to be Float Stone, and I think this will be viable because this item increases both attack and movement speed when it's not in battle. And this can be useful when Inteleon goes invisible to quickly position itself into a place to take an enemy by surprise and then burst them down with its auto attacks. And also, some attacking items I really wouldn't like to see on Inteleon, personally, are going to be items like Weakness Policy and also Rapid Fire Scarf. Now, with Weakness Policy, this item does increase your attack, but only when the Pokemon holding it takes damage. And since Inteleon is really squishy and is easier to KO more so than others, then this would not be a good choice, because if it's already getting bursted down, it's not likely that it's going to last long enough to rack those stacks up with the Weakness Policy and deal damage. So I really wouldn't recommend using this item. And also with Rapid Fire Scarf, for those of you that don't know, it is pretty similar to Muscle Band in that it does increase your basic attack speed. However, I just like Muscle Band better because it gives you more attack stats than Rapid Fire Scarf. So that's basically the reason why I really wouldn't recommend using Scarf for Inteleon. So I hope you guys like this tips video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.